Philadelphia is woefully, it's sad, the level of Black business presence we have in the city. And it's even sadder that, 90% of those businesses are tiny compared to the real economic force in this town. And there are a lot of reasons for that. But part of it is that this environment, I'll be honest with you, like I said, being in Philly all my life, Philadelphia is not open to change. It's slow to change. It's very closed and very paternalist, I guess parochial, I think, an old line in terms of who they see as being the voices, especially in the economic life of the city. So breaking into the economic health and lifeblood of Philadelphia is difficult for Black businesses.
Energy efficiencies and sustainable energy sources. From the very beginning of our project, I have to be honest with you, that wasn't a consideration. Over time, it was an educational process for myself and my partners to see where we needed to go. The one thing that I find to be most important is dispelling some of the myths of, well, in order to do that, it's going to eat into my margins, or I can't afford to. If you take that perspective and you haven't researched it and you haven't really challenged it, then that means that you're just ignoring what the opportunities are. And that's something that we need to work on. These things need to be accessible. Pricing needs to be readily available. How it gets applied needs to be taught. So we need the training and education from subject matter experts and to really help understand how to incorporate this. This should not be an exception. It needs to be the rule.
The city is still missing about 500,000 people from its population peak in the early 1950s. The city had a little over 2 million residents at that time. We've now got about 1.5 million. That's created a lot of opportunity in the sense that there is a lot of vacant land, abandoned structures. But when you're sort of retrofitting a city that was built for that size of population to a city that's a little bit smaller, you have to deal with things like environmental issues with the properties, particularly in areas where there was heavy industrial or even light industrial, going back historically, neighborhoods like Fair Hill, Kensington. It's finding the opportunities where the project can pencil, where it's economically viable.
These energy efficient designs and energy rated homes are not even a part of the license and inspections requirement. There's not even a conversation from the city that they would want to see more of these types of homes built. We hear a lot about affordable housing, but not about efficient housing that could help keep the energy costs down for a homeowner because energy efficient, because lack of energy efficient homes can cost homeowners more money. And because the energy costs continue to go up, it's not coming down. And so we have to find means and methods that we can build better, design better, and we would like to see that type of collaboration and that kind of design and oversight in collaboration with LNI and with the city so that we can build more of these types of homes.
Today, I would say for all real estate developers, the cost of capital is almost unprecedented, particularly if you're not working with a capital source or don't have access to wealth. And then being an African American, we have a 10x differential in wealth in the United States. And that is directly related to, decades of real estate policy.
Well, obviously, financing. The development community is made for people with wealth. So if you don't have intergenerational wealth, it's very hard to do any type of development. You can do 1 or 2 houses if you have good credit. But if you want to do anything with scale, where you start borrowing millions and millions of dollars, one of the first things you have to be able to do, you have to have a balance sheet where you can sign a guarantee. How many people of color, how many Black people in the city of Philadelphia can sign their own guarantee? Practically none, a few, right?
it's very difficult to have the math, including the upfront cost of energy efficient. We're always trying to find ways that the end user will be able to save dollars. But if the upfront cost is just so unmanageable for us to get it into the capital stack, it's just very, very tough.